Coaches, today on Air Raid Nation, that's right, we're back with another 5-minute air raid video. If you want to learn about the stick route, stay tuned. Coaches, welcome back to Air Raid Nation. This is Coach Coltharp coming to you again today. And today we have another 5-minute air raid video. And that's right, it's my favorite air raid route. I've said this a million times. My favorite air raid route is the 618. That's right, the stick route. And that's what we're going to talk about today, man. And you guys have been showing this series so much love. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. But listen, only about 25 to 30% of you guys who watch these videos every day are subscribed. And I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel. Let's grow the nation larger. We're over 5,300 subscribers. And I wish this video could get like 100 likes in the first week, man. It helps the channel grow. I want to reach more and more coaches with the concepts and things that we're trying to do here on the channel. All that being said, let's jump into the video. All right, coaches, here we are over in our Just Play software, and today we're going to talk about my favorite route, the stick route. And I think the stick route is the most adaptable route of the air raid to any concept. You can put this, I've run it in the wing T, I've run it in a power spread, I've run it in a true 10 personnel. And if you want to learn more about stick, man, if you haven't signed up for the squadron briefing, man, you need to do that. I'll put a link in the description of the video because in our video, our briefing that's going out this week, man, has a ton of stick stuff in it. Links to some other courses and YouTube channels and things like that, things that I love, and stick has always been my favorite. It's like that blanket, when you get in trouble, you want to throw the ball on first down, man, stick is always the answer. And so here we are, we're going to look at it over here in our Just Play, like we said, and I read stick a little different than some people do, and I've had this conversation on the channel before, but we're going to go peek, swing, stick. Okay, that's going to be our progression. Peek, swing, stick, out of whatever formation you're in, whatever personnel it is. I always like to look at the swing route second because it gives you the stick route wide open most of the time. Obviously, just like in all of our other quick game stuff, if we get press man, we're going to look backside, over here to our joker route. And also this inside stick sit guy is really, really important because he's going to hold Mike from running to the to the stick route, because what's going to end up happening if you hit it a couple of times, this joker right here he's going to chase that. And then, this Mike is going to try to run to it and rob that. So if that's happening to you, just tell your H to be ready for the football and just go ahead and throw it right there. All right, so this is it out of pure 10 personnel. Let's look at it. Like I said, this is our 5-minute videos. We do what we do here. This is us out of early. Now, early has a couple of other options. Some people do it one way, some people do it the other, but it's still going to be peek, out, or slant or arrow, however you want to call it, and then stick. So some people like to run the 5-yard out, some people just go ahead and do a pedal screen, some people do it out, but nothing changes. Okay, it's still the same thing. The cool thing about early is I always leave F in. I don't do a double route, so you get a little bit extra protection on your quick game. Now, what if you're a traditional if you're a traditional guy that does something a little bit different, and you want to run your trips like this, you can do it like this as well. And I try to keep things consistent. I always want the Y to know that on stick he's got stick and H has his route. So you can run stick here with with your Y, and then you can come inside, so you kind of get that crossing motion, which is pretty cool. So you can do it like that. I've done it both ways. When we did our hero halo, for some of you guys, old school guys, know that used to be a 3-by-1 formation, not our 20 personnel formation. H was inside of Y in hero and halo instead of early and late. So you can run it like that and bring him in there too. So here's another version. This is our 20 personnel version here. Now, one of the things that I also like to do is run stick to the single receiver. So you can see over here, we've tagged X on the stick. And so now F is going to flare. Okay, F is going to flare. Your running back's going to flare, and you're still going to read. You're going to read swing to stick, swing to stick, swing to stick. That's a really good little route. I've got some film on one of the other videos we did on the channel that shows you that kind of stuff. And here you can see your sniffer being that guy here. So you're just going to go swing, flat route to the stick route right there too. So if you're a 20 personnel sniffer guy, You know, that's another way to run that stick. Now, as far as your quarterback is concerned, you know, it's just like a one-step deal. You know, it's not a, you know, it's not going to be a catch and throw deal like it would be if you're throwing your screens. It's definitely not a three-step drop. So what we try to do is tell our guys, you know, take one big step, and it should kind of get you where you want to go. And you just kind of, you know, read that grass. And just remember, especially if you're back here in this 10 personnel, this guy right here is probably your best athlete. So that's why you really want to read the swing route. Important. Now, there was also a couple of questions, and let me go back to this part, and then I'll finish up with the last little route here. That, you know, people often ask, you know, what's the difference between, you know, running an arrow with your F and running a swing with your F? And so, you know, over in the comments, you know, let me know what you do. Do you run an arrow and a swing? You can also go over to our Facebook group. We're going to have a conversation about that over there today, too. I know Coach Mackey and I talked about this, I think last year. Me and him both did a video, and he does it both ways as well. So, you know, it's just, I think it's more of a preference thing, but let's talk about it in the comments. Let's talk about it over on Facebook. And then the last route I want to show you is this one, and it's your 3x1+1. And this is ridiculous. I hate that I didn't come up with it myself, but there is a link in the squadron briefing to a video that Coach Jamie Bolton from the Cannon School in Charlotte did, talking about this 3x1+1 stick. And if you haven't seen that video, I'm going to link it in the squadron briefing for you. Coach Joe Salas had it over on his channel, and Jamie coached wide receivers for me, and when Coach was our offensive coordinator. And of course, everybody knows Joe's, you know, mentored me in the offense, and he mentored Jamie, and Jamie's probably going to end up being better than both of us, which is incredible because he's got a really good football mind. But check out this 3x1+1. I don't have time in a 5-minute video to really go to it, so go to the link below, check it out in the squadron briefing. All right, coaches, I hope you loved today's video on wide stick, man. In the comments down below, man, let me know what you want me to do next. You know, what other concept? There's so many other concepts we can do. I mean, if there's something else you want to learn, just let me know in the comments. I really appreciate you guys loving the channel. Please make sure you subscribe. Please, let's try to get 100 likes on this video as fast as we can, because it helps the channel grow, and then the analytics of YouTube pushes it out there so more coaches can watch it. If you haven't signed up for the briefing, make sure you do that. Check out these videos that I got next to me right here so you can see some other stuff on the channel. And as always, spin it to win.